Well, before we begin, let's go ahead and take our firearm. Then we will do our safety inspection, which is looking down, seeing, first of all, there's no magazine in the firearm. There is no round in the chamber. I can do visual, physical, and a functional inspection, which is to point the gun in a safe direction, pull the trigger, and now the firearm, of course, is safe. I am, for the first item though, I am going to have to go ahead and recock the firearm because what I'm going to be doing is demonstrating a new piece of equipment that I just purchased. It's a very small and inexpensive piece of equipment, and it's called the Saf-T-Block. Now, one of the concerns that many people have for the Glock auto pistol is that the Glock auto pistol does not have an external safety. If you look at the particularly the left side of many auto pistols, you will see just many different functions, functional pieces. You'll usually see a safety right about here. This is a thumb safety, but on many pistols that thumb safety is not there, and Glock is one of the primary designs of pistols where it does not have an external safety. Glock, that's not to say that Glocks don't have a safety. They do have three what we call passive safeties, and what that means is when the trigger is pulled, those safeties all go off automatically, and when the trigger is released, the safeties come back on automatically. So there are three safeties. It's called a safe action pistol. That's the marketing term. And the first safety, of course, is this little lever right here on the trigger, which is a trigger block, which if that is not fully depressed towards the rear, the trigger won't even come back. So, but again, what happens though with a Glock auto pistol is that we come to a situation where if it's not carried in a holster, then a lot of people are very uncomfortable carrying with a round in the chamber. Now again, I can already hear people saying, well then just get a good holster, and I fully agree. I don't disagree that people should have a good holster. However, sometimes if you're going to use such as a Black Hawk or an Uncle Mike's inside the waistband holster, which is very soft material, there can be a feeling of, you know, perhaps there could still be something that could actuate the trigger. Or if you were going to wear the Glock auto pistol with a clip, so that they sell a clip that goes on the side. Anyhow, that's what the Saf-T-Block is for. It adds a degree of safety to a gun that is already safe by making it to where the trigger will not pull back, which again, the trigger in the Glock is the safety. So it puts a inability for the firearm trigger to be actuated. And this is the piece I'll hold it a little closer. As you can see, it's made out of a similar plastic material as to what the Glock frame is made out of. And when it is placed into the trigger guard, just like this, it fits snugly. There's a little screw that can be used to ensure that it fits absolutely snugly in whichever particular design that you have. And I just want to mention, I have the Glock 19 here, and I didn't purchase this for the Glock 19 because I generally, when I carry the Glock 19, I'm carrying it in a normal holster. In fact, I carry it in a Phobos paddle holster, and one of the things I found out was if you put the Saf-T-Block on like this, and I'll just demonstrate this, and you take the Phobos paddle holster and you place the firearm in the paddle holster like this, you can see from the side, I don't know if you can see, you can't see the video, but I can see, it actually dislodges the Saf-T-Block, and when you go to pull the firearm back out, the Saf-T-Block is now hanging, and it's no longer doing what it's supposed to do. It's no longer functioning. So the Saf-T-Block actually will not work if you're using a Phobos paddle holster. So because that's what I use with my Glock 19, then I won't be using it. But actually, this is for a Glock 26. The Glock 26, of course, is more for pocket carry. During the hot summer months here in Florida, there's a lot of times when you're just kind of relaxing. You're not wearing an outfit that lends itself to a good holster. So sometimes you'll just drop. You want to make sure you have your firearm on you. So you take your Glock 26 and you put it inside your pocket holster, which you can purchase different types of pocket holsters. This is actually an inside the waistband holster. This is a Black Hawk size 6 pocket inside the waistband holster. I use this for my 19 sometimes, and if I were going to carry my 19 in this holster, I would possibly use the Saf-T-Block for carrying around in the chamber. Again, if you put the Saf-T-Block on, it clips on just like that. It's nice and firm in there, and if you take the holster, placing it onto the firearm just like this, now there's really no way that trigger is going to be accidentally actuated. And somebody might argue and say, well, it wouldn't be accidentally actuated either, and that's a very good point. However, just because this is a review of the Saf-T-Block, I'm just making the point that it could be put onto the Glock auto pistol, put into a inside the waistband holster, and now you're carrying one in the pipe, and you've got the Saf-T-Block on. There's no chance it's going to get it's going to lose its purchase, and it is right there in the position it's supposed to be, ensuring that the trigger is not going to be actuated. Now, how does it come off? Because I can imagine some of you are saying, well, that's a potential danger. If I pull my gun and I've got this block that's jammed in behind the trigger, and I go to pull the trigger, and now I can't pull the trigger. Well, the beauty of Saf-T-Block is that it actually comes out rather quickly. And I'll demonstrate simply by pushing it like that, and you see it pops right out. It's held in nice and firm, but at the same time, the firmness of it actually provides kind of a snap to pop it out. And that time I barely caught it. They have tested this at ranges, and according to the makers of Saf-T-Block, it does not produce any more time on the draw. It adds a 0 time to the ability to draw and fire. And I imagine the reason for that is because most people, when they draw with their finger here, and as they ride down to get a hold of the trigger, they simply push the finger into the trigger guard, and when you push the finger into the trigger guard, the Saf-T-Block pops off. It's not an extra movement that you have to learn to push that and then grab the trigger. That's not a necessary movement. All you have to do is reach down, push in to grab the trigger, and the Saf-T-Block pops off. One of the things that I didn't like about Saf-T-Block when I purchased it, since this is a review, I want to give the pros and the cons. I think the pros I've already given. I think it works for what it's supposed to do. It does provide a trigger, an additional safety for a Glock, which is already a safe pistol in my opinion. It provides an additional safety. It provides somewhat of a for folks who just want to feel good. I think it provides that extra measure of good feeling that there's no chance that this trigger is going to be accidentally actuated. The problem with it, though, probably the main problem that I've had with it so far, is that it feels, or it appears rather, to be very cheaply made, particularly with the screw that is used to hold it in. All it is basically a plastic screw, which plastic screws in general, I imagine will strip very easily. And it's that plastic screw that's holding it in place. I'm just saying this is a nice feature to be able to pop it in here like this, but I wonder how long this is going to last. And you can look right there and you can see the little plastic screw that sticks out. I really worry about how long is this going to last, and that's a concern, and I won't know until after I've carried it for a while on my Glock 26. But this is Saf-T-Block. This is how it works, and you know, so far I haven't seen a lot of videos of this online. Maybe because it's not very popular, I'm not sure. But I wanted to add the review. I purchased it for $12 at a gun show just to see how it worked, and because I did want to do some pocket carry with my Glock 26, and even though I do have a good pocket carry holster, I thought this would be a way to just give a little added, if nothing else, a little added feeling of security. Of course, you know, the main security, safety's in your mind, safety's in your finger. Don't put your finger on the trigger, don't let your booger hook hit the bang switch, and the gun won't go off. But this is a nice little feature. It's quick to get rid of if you need your firearm, and it adds a little extra measure of protection if you feel like you need it.